So we want to continue with a medium brush. I might go and bring this up to a little bit larger, and I want my medium color skin tone with my round brush. And this time we're still in the color layer. So we're still in the color layer. We're going to go into this sort of shaped area here. It's going to come round to the cheek, and then it's going to be around the cheek here, and then up to the mouth. It's almost like there is something inside the mouth, and then that's going to come up to the cheek, and then we're going to have those lines here, and then this bit here that comes up to there. So that's where we're going to go up to. You can see I've put something very light in there, and we're going to go and just add all those shades in there. Okay, what we're going to do now is just have a look at where the shading of the face will start to build up from this bottom up, and then we'll start to smooth this out, and then you can start to see that where this is going to build into the nose, and then we've got the shade under the eyes. So I'm going to probably move into the eyes to begin with, and then meet them down halfway. As you're shading in the face, if you end up with sort of lines like this, what you can do is very simply go to the smudge tool at the top, have something that's sort of a reasonable size, not too sharp, and as you move over them, where you want a smooth outline, and you want that blend from one shade to the other because you don't have such harsh lines on the face, you can start to smudge that in like that, and it all sort of comes together in a set of shades. So as we start to colour in parts of the shading and what have you, the one thing that's missing is the mouth and the lips, and then some finer tuning on the hairs of the eyebrows, just to give it some something. The nose is slightly off, but then the nose is always off, I find, so you don't need to worry about it too much. What we're going to do next is go and add the mouth. Now, as you can see, I've coloured in and shaded up the nose, and what I'll do is go and add more darkness to the edges of the nose, especially in here and then around the outside, just for some darker shading to give it more of a proper shape, which it doesn't have at the moment. And what we're going to do next is simply go into the lips. Now, to do this, we'll probably need to go and add a layer above the colour. And so inside the colour, because we've got the mouth over here, we want to be the colour underneath this mouth. So we're going to add a layer just under here. I'm going to call this red lips. And what we're going to do is then just use the function of opacity in here, and we can bring the opacity right down on the color. We can bring the opacity by tapping on the N on here, and then we bring this right down. We can see underneath the reference image that's underneath here, so we can go through and paint this color from a medium color using a soft brush, and we can start to build up the color by using something relatively small, not too opaque. So I've got it about 60% at the moment, and then we can start to paint in the outline of the lips, because we are going to have to add in the highlight of the lips as well, which is the light on the underside of the bottom of the lip. Like so. And then we can add some darkness because we've got some dark shadows there. And it's going to bring that whoops, I tell you what I've been doing is painting onto the wrong layer. How silly. I'm going to go and get my red brush and go and get my colour. And then make sure this time I'm in my red lips layer. That's better. Keeping a consistent pressure. And then we can go and bring the opacity up on the color. And then we can start to go and add darkness and shade to the lips. And you don't have to watch me do that. I'll skip forward. Okay, so painted in the lips. All we're going to do now is going to add some highlights and a neck and some color to the outline. And I think we're pretty much done. Right, good luck everyone.